At a rainy Groningen station, university staff gather to protest against planned cuts in the higher education budget. The cuts have triggered backlash across the Netherlands, prompting demonstrations across the country.
Well, over the past 10 years or so, there have been actions already done by education personnel against the increasing work pressure, not enough time to actually do all the work you have to do, not enough people to do the teaching that needs to be done. And on top of all of that, they keep taking away more resources from the schools to actually give that kind of education and do the research that they need to do. So these budget cuts are really disastrous for the quality of education and research throughout the Netherlands. I think the initiative needs to come from the workers themselves, from the union members. But this is a kind of culture of action and striking that's not really common in the Netherlands. And I think if we want to create that kind of culture, we need to do it ourselves. That's the whole point, self-organization from below. So that's why today what we're trying to do is, kind of set the example of like, what does it look like when workers take initiative and come together even without a centrally organized program.
Well, the budget cuts also in fact affect the students' experience. So, for example, if you have less teachers, then you get a bigger classroom and you become more anonymous. So having good education means also that the students need to stand up for themselves.
Groningen staff initially planned to join in national action, with tens of thousands expected on Amsterdam's Dam Square. However, rail strikes saw their plans thwarted at the last moment. Despite their disappointment, the strikers were keen to show solidarity with the rail workers.
Because we still felt an energy between our colleagues, we wanted to organize something quickly. We gather here at the train station to show that we don't blame the rail workers for not being able to go there, but that we understand we're both fighting for better working conditions and that we're here also in support for them. People felt an emptiness if nothing would happen today, so we decided to just spread the word, see what would happen. We told ourselves if 20-25 people show up, we're happy with something this short notice and with this weather. If we see here, I think we have double, triple of that, so I think we can be satisfied.
Protests against cuts in higher education have recently allied themselves more explicitly with protests for pro-Palestine. This is following a shift in public opinion in the Netherlands. A recent poll from Pew shows that 75% of Dutch people have an unfavorable view of Israel. We spoke to Dr. Hans Wilke from RUR, Students and Staff for Palestine.
Budget cuts and what is happening in Israel-Palestine are connected to the decisions our government is making. On the specific scale, it is about where the budget that is being cut from universities is going to. So there's a lot more money being invested in weapons, but more specifically in the war economy, selling weapons, buying weapons, manufacturing weapons, all of this.
With national strikes now planned for the run-up to new elections, workers here will be hoping it will be all aboard for action against education cuts.